Hey everyone, and welcome back to Sugar Pills, your practical guide to self-care. As always, I just wanted to take a moment to honor you on your journey and also to thank you for spending this time with me. I've also been making sure to keep these episodes, pretty short and sweet, just so you can get that self-care and that self-love boost. Just a really quick and easy way and practical guides and tools to level up your self-love and your self-care game. So if you want to connect with me on maybe a little bit more of a personal level and really get to know me, don't forget to head over to my Instagram at Candy Washington. Over there in my stories and on my post, I share much more personalized stories of everything that I am doing, have gone through, and other self-care tips. So definitely join me over on Instagram at Candy Washington, and always feel free to DM me, to comment, and to reach out. So we can definitely get to know each other on a more personal level over on my Instagram. Also, I have been thinking of other ways to better serve my podcast community. So I have started a self-care tribe over on Patreon. So if you want to join us, there's a link in the show notes, but it's patreon.com/Candy Washington. And over there, you have different tiers, whether it's you just want, extra workbooks on self-care and on self-love. If you want access to my book, Triggered, I also have in there a free 30-day mindset guide shift and just other exclusive and behind-the-scene goodies on everything self-care, wellness, and self-love. So be sure to join us over on Patreon. Again, that link is down there in the show notes. And also, I've been working on another way to better serve you guys. I'm currently working on a self-love course called More Than Enough. And in that course, it's all about creating the awareness of what your self-limiting beliefs are. Then it's creating the shift in your life, going from self-doubt to self-love. And then it's also about cultivating self-forgiveness, which to me is really the cornerstone of loving yourself fully. So it really is just going to empower you with the tools to step into the life that is waiting for you. And I'm going to have so many more extra bonuses and goodies in there. So I will be sharing more about that, but just wanted you guys to, kind of get aware that the More Than Enough Self-Love course will be launching on November 15th. So mark your calendars, get ready. I'm just excited to serve you in a much higher and more elevated way. So with that, let's jump into today's episode, which is 5 signs that you don't love yourself. And this can get a little a little uncomfortable, because I think that we all think we love ourselves and we're not really aware or cognizant of the ways that we could up level our self-love game. So let's talk through a few things and a few signs that may indicate that we don't love ourselves to the capacity that we could be and to the capacity that we should be. So the first sign is you are hypercritical of yourself. Do you get angry with yourself when you think you've made a mistake? Do you blame yourself when something goes wrong? Do you suffer from perfectionism? Things have to be perfect. You have to be perfect, or else you can't do it, or else you can't get it done. Or do you feel as though your self-worth is based on how you perform? So you have to be doing, providing, producing, showing up for other people in order to feel valuable and worthy. Is your value based on the validation of others? Do you really get your value based on what other people think of you? So if you think that, then of course you're going to be really critical. And this means that you're getting your self-love and your self-worth from external factors, what you look like, what job you do, what awards you get, what other people think of you, what other people say about you, how other people feel about you, rather than deriving your self-worth and value intrinsically meaning just because you are worthy and you are enough. You don't have to perform, show, or do. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to get it right all the time. You are, and therefore that is enough. So if you're super critical of yourself, that is a sign that somewhere in your subconscious, in your psyche, you're not loving yourself to the capacity that you should be. And a few ways to create the awareness around this sign is to grab a journal or a worksheet and really work through these questions. The first journal prompt would be, when I make a mistake, I feel. And then just allow yourself to write out what comes to you. Don't self-edit. And also be gentle with yourself. Some stuff will come up when you're writing, some stuff you may have not even been aware of. But that's the whole point of the exercise, is to get that awareness of what areas of your life do you have these unloving thoughts and beliefs and patterns about yourself. The next question could be, I feel embarrassed when. Another prompt is, I would be perfect if this was different about me. Your next question you could answer is, I don't deserve self-compassion because. And then do a check-in. See which patterns of thoughts have emerged and see if you can identify what early childhood moment or memory or events led you to believe this self-limiting belief about yourself. The second sign is that you stay in unhealthy relationships, and this could either be a romantic relationship, a familial relationship, a platonic relationship, a work relationship. It's just, do you find yourself getting in and then staying in or going back to these toxic and unstable relationships that do not serve the highest version of yourself? If you're always in one-sided relationships where you're just giving, you're not being respected the way you need to be respected, you're not, being valued the way that you should be valued, but yet you stay, yet you get into them, and yet you go back to them, that is a major red flag that you're not believing in what you deserve and what you're worth, and that's rooted in not loving yourself enough. So remember that the purpose of your relationships is to enhance your life, well-being, and self-evolution, not to steal your joy and sabotage your happiness. Relationships should serve you. You do not serve your relationships. So if you're struggling with honoring your standards in your relationships, then here are a few self-love journal prompts for you to create the awareness around it. The first is, I don't deserve to ask for what I want in my relationships because I fear that if I get rejected, this will happen. My needs don't matter because I'm not worthy of a loving and nurturing relationship because. So after you've answered those questions and worked through the answers, do that check-in again. What patterns of thoughts have emerged? Identify what early childhood memories and moments led you to believe these things about yourself. The third sign is that you don't have clear boundaries and you're a people pleaser. So this means maybe you try and set boundaries, but you don't really keep them. And let's get clear on what boundaries are, right? So boundaries are knowing, communicating, and implementing what your limitations and standards are within your interpersonal relationship. So it's clear to others how they can treat you, how they can behave around you, and what they can expect from you. And so since healthy boundaries and sometimes unhealthy boundaries are created from our own unique perspectives, our own core belief systems, personal experiences, and value systems, it's important to get clear on understanding and gaining a level of awareness of where our boundary setting patterns, or maybe lack thereof, if you're not loving yourself enough, stems from, so you can protect your energy and you can protect your time. So think about whether or not you have difficulty making decisions. Are you always worried about letting other people down? Do you struggle with holding people accountable if they go against your wishes? Are you constantly exhausted because you can never say no? These are signs that you don't have clear boundaries and that you are a people pleaser. You're putting other people's wants and needs above your own wants and needs. So again, a few self-love journal prompts could be: other people's needs and wants matter more than mine because I can't say no because people will think that I feel guilty and anxious when I set boundaries because I secretly fear being abandoned or rejected because. So again, be gentle with yourself when you're working through these self-love journal prompts. Stuff will come up. It might be uncomfortable. Don't judge yourself. This isn't about you doing something wrong. This is just about you getting awareness of the narrative and the story, the thoughts and beliefs that you are telling yourself, which therefore can either serve your highest good or can sabotage your highest good. So this is just about creating the awareness around what your value systems and beliefs and thoughts are. So be gentle with yourself. This isn't about anything being wrong with you. This is just about gaining another level of consciousness. The fourth sign is you don't take care of your health in a holistic way. So if you find yourself never having time to go to the doctor, work out, eat healthy, if you go days without showering, if you don't have a spiritual practice, and again, when I talk about spirituality or energy or, source energy or God or, whatever it is, I'm not referring to a particular religion or a system of belief. I'm just speaking to, just a higher power or higher energy, a divinity, whatever language or name, meaning, or feeling that you personally, put to it is fine. I'm not referring to any particular religion. It's just, whatever energy or power, you personally believe in is fine. So it's not about a particular religion. But back to not taking care of yourself, do you not have a spiritual practice? Are you not meditating, journaling, walking in nature? Do you not put your health and your happiness first? Do you not make it a priority? Do you not rest when you feel burnt out? Do you not ask others for support when you need help? This is also not taking care of yourself. So I'm going to ask you to start taking care of yourself now, and let's work through a few of those self-love journal prompts to create that awareness. The first prompt could be, I don't deserve to put my health and happiness first because I don't seek support from my friends and family because I'm not worthy of being a priority because I don't make time for my mental, physical, and spiritual well-being because. So after you've worked through those questions and you've been gentle with yourself, now it's time to check back in. Write down what patterns of thoughts have emerged. See if you can identify what early childhood memories and moments led you to believe these self-limiting thoughts about yourself. The fifth sign is that you're disconnected from your intuition and you lack confidence. So do you not advocate for yourself? Do you not advocate for your best interest? Do you not speak up for what you need, want, and deserve? Do you not have a sense of what your inner being, what your intuition is saying to you? Do you feel alien in your own body? Do you feel disconnected from yourself, from your inner guide? Do you not know that your inner wisdom is enough and that you don't need to validate your wants, needs, and choices to anyone? These are all signs that you're not loving yourself enough, that you don't trust yourself enough to know that you inherently know what is best for you. So if you're struggling with the confidence to follow your intuition over the guidance of others, and if you're struggling to get that discernment from yourself, then work through these journal prompts to create that awareness. The first question you could answer is, I don't trust myself because. The next, I'm scared to speak my truth to myself and to others because. I don't take the intentional time to meditate and journal because. I'm fearful of looking inward because. So after you've worked through these self-love journal prompts, it's now time to do that check-in. What patterns of thought have emerged? See if you can identify what early childhood moments led you to believe these self-limiting beliefs. So I'm just so honored and proud of you for taking these steps and elevating your self-awareness around your self-limiting beliefs and really taking, intentional action to start loving yourself more. And if you found this of value, in the show notes, I've created a free guide for you that goes into all of the 5 signs that you don't love yourself enough. And also in the guide, I have all the questions that we went through, so you can go back and print out the guide and work through the questions on your own time and just be gentle at yourself and go at your own pace. But you can grab that for free. The link is in the show notes. And then I do a deeper dive into this in the More Than Enough Self-Love course. So if you found this of value, make sure you mark your calendars for November 15th when that course will be launching and available to you. And I'm just so excited. I'm working on so many bonuses and goodies just to serve my self-love and self-care community at a deeper level. And if you have any ideas or requests for any episodes, you can always DM me over on Instagram at Candy Washington or shoot me an email, info@candywashington.com. Don't forget to join our self-care tribe over on Patreon. And just have a great week. And if you found this of value, be sure to rate, like, subscribe, and review, and also share this with a couple of your friends and your loved ones. Share the podcast, let people know that you're on this journey. And if you want someone to join you on that journey, or if you think someone would find this of value, please share the podcast, share the love. And until next time, be well.